Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Word Study in 4th grade. It is going to be a little bit different this year in that we are going to use Google Classroom to learn our word study. So each week on Tuesdays, you will be introduced to a new sort. You will watch a video very much like this one, and it will introduce you to your sort. Different students will have different sorts, so different students will have different videos. You'll click on this video, and I will walk you through your sort. I will sort the words for you, and I will talk about your discovery with you. You'll also get a piece of paper that will look like this. It will be printed. It looks similar to this. And this will be your answer key. And you will write on your answer key the sorted words. So you'll actually have an opportunity to write these words down as I sort them in front of you on this video. And this will act as your answer key as you go through your homework this year. So let's talk a little bit about homework before we get to our sample sort. So the homework this year will be a menu, a word study menu. Every single person must complete number 1, and number 1 is a must do. It's the discovery. So you have to tell your parents the discovery for your sort that week, and you need to write it down on the recording sheet. Right here. Discovery. Tell what you see and hear. Then you have options 2 to 8. Okay? And you get to choose 4 of those activities. You will not do all of the activities. You will choose 4. Any 4, and each week it can change. So you will choose any 4, cross it off, have your parents check it and give it a quick initial so that they know that you did your work as well. And this is your practice. This is what's going to help set you up for success when you have to take that word study assessment. All 5 of these activities will be completed by Tuesday, and you'll bring this piece of paper with you to turn in to show that you have completed your word study homework. Each item or activity has a description for you on the front, and then a place for you to do the activity. Okay? So when you read those, it should be pretty self-explanatory. If you're confused, talk with your parents or guardians. If you're still confused, come in and talk to Miss Herzog. But please make sure you do it before the day that the homework is due. Okay, because that is not helpful to you or to me. So that you can be successful, we need to plan ahead. Okay, you should be working on these activities each night so that you are getting consistent and constant practice. So don't leave it all to that Monday night. You don't want that, and your parents don't want that. So that's what homework looks like here in 4th grade. You will also be sent home with a sort paper. These should look familiar to you. This week, we are all going to do the same sort to practice the new word study routines. This week only, we will do the same sort, and they are not going to count as a grade. This is simply practice. Okay? You will not be assessed on this word study sort, and this will not go into gradebook. So you'll get a piece of paper like this that you will take home with you to cut out and use on your word study menu. This is a tool for you to use at home. We will not utilize this at school. So after you've gotten your word study menu and your words, you'll watch this video and you will see the sort. So this week's sort is 3 consonant sort. SPR, SPL, and SP. Consonant sort, starting with SP. SPR, SPL, and SP. So you will get your words, and you will watch me sort. So our first word here is spread. Spread. Well, I hear the spr sound, and I also notice that that starts with SPR. So I'm looking at my headers here that are underlined. SPR, SPL, SP, and oddball. Well, this word starts with SPR, so I feel very confident that it can go into my SPR column. Spring, spread, they sound very similar. I feel good about that one. My next word is split. Split. So I read my headers. Spring, splash, spoon. Well, I see the SP that they all have, but I also see the SPL, split, just like I see in splash. So I can sort that there. Splint, splint. Again, I see that SPL. It makes the same sound as splash, splint. So I'm going to put that in the SPL column. Spry, spry, SPR, SPR. I'm going to make sure that it sounds like spring, spring, spry. Yes, it does. I can put it in that column. Sprout, sprout, SPR, spring, sprout. Again, they sound similar. I am very confident I can put it in this column here. Spade, spade, spring. It doesn't have the SPR. Splash. It doesn't have the SPL. Spade. It does have the SP, and the sp in spoon and the sp in spade sound very similar. I'm comfortable placing that there. My next word is spear. Spear, like you would hunt fish possibly with a spear. SP, SP. I don't have an SPR. I don't have an SPL. I do have an SP. Spear, spoon. They sound similar. They sound the same, so I'm going to put it in that column. Another word I have is sprig, sprig. I hear that R, so I test and see if it matches up with my SPR. Spring, sprig. Yes, it does. I'm confident to place it there. Spray, spray. SPR. I need to check and make sure it sounds like my spring column. Spring, spray. It sounds correct. I'm placing it there. Spoil, like you spoil a secret. SPR, no. SPL, no. Spoon, spoil, spoon, spoil. Yes, those sound alike. I'm placing it there. Spank, oh no, spank. Okay, spring, no. Splank, no. Spoon, spank. Yes, that sounds correct. I'm going to place it there. I have sprain, sprain, SPL, no. Just SP. It does have an SP. SPR, sprain, spring. Oh, those sound alike. I will place it in my spring or my SPR column. My last word this week is sphere. Sphere. Doesn't sound like SPR. Splash. It doesn't have the SPL. It does have the SP, so let me check. Spoon, sphere. They don't sound alike even though they look alike. So this word, boys and girls, must be an oddball. So I'm going to place that in my oddball column. So that is how we would sort. And the entire time I'm sorting here, you would be copying down these words into your word study key. And I apologize that I don't have a printed example for you right now, but you will have a copy of this. It will say word study key, and you will be copying these down. So then we look at these words, boys and girls, and we have SPR, SPL, and SP. We need to figure out what our discovery is. Spr, spl, sp. So our discovery this week, boys and girls, is the SP works together to create the spr, spl, and sp sounds. So I would ask you to isolate one of these. For example, on your word study test, you might say, the SPR makes the spr sound, like in sprout. The SPL makes the spl sound, like in split. And the SP P makes the sp sound, like in spoil. And if you were able to give me the letters, the sound, and I will show you how to write that, the sound, and also an example, then you would get full credit on your discovery. Okay, so a quick recap. We are going to do word study this year through Google Classroom. You will have words based on your word study level. This week we are all doing a practice sort together, but beginning next week we will all have our own sorts matching our needs. On Tuesdays, you bring your homework and you come ready to take your word study test. You also come ready to get a new sort, because you will get a new sort on Tuesdays as well. You will have an answer key where you will record this after watching our video together, and you will use that to complete your homework. You will also use your words to cut out at home to help complete your word study homework. Lastly, you will take your word study test on Tuesdays, also on Google Classroom with a separate video, and you will record it on a paper very much like this. Okay. So boys and girls, I hope you're excited for word study and trying it out in a different way. We will talk a little bit more about this as the weeks go on. So welcome to 4th grade word study.